रूपे प्रभुरेक रूपे तथा न रूपे स्वविलास रूपे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Extremely delightful to be with all of you this morning. It's really early morning for me, but nevertheless, very happy to be with all of you. And today we are going to be discussing from the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter. We would like to do and revise the verses 16 onwards once again. So, how much of a time Krishna allows, we would like to revise. This is a very important section because less number of devotees were there in the weekend. This is the crux of this chapter. And that's why it's very vital that we discuss this once again for the benefit of all devotees. I hope that's okay. And if all devotees agree to keep your videos on, that'll really be encouraging. I will be thoroughly encouraged to serve with lots and lots of enthusiasm. So that's another humble request to make. Alright. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishthiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So let's go through this verse, and any one or two devotees who want to recite after me, they are most welcome to recite this verse. It's a long one. Whenever the long verses come in Bhagavatam, that means there's a lot of emotion involved there. विचक्षणोऽस्यार्हति वेदितुं विभोर् अनन्तपारस्य निवृत्ततः सुखम् प्रवर्तमानस्य गुणैरनात्मनस्ततो भवान् दर्शय चेष्टितं विभोः विचक्षणोऽस्यार्हति वेदितुं विभोर् अनन्तपारस्य निवर्तितः सुखम् प्रवर्तमानस्य गुणैरनात्मनस्ततो भवान् दर्शय चेष्टितं विभोः. Anybody would like to try? You're most welcome to try. Okay. We'll have Sachidanand Prabhu and Geeta Mataji try reciting this.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Vichakshano asya rahati vedutam vivo rananta parasya nirvatita sukham pravartamanasya guneranatmanastato bhavan darshaya cheshtitam vivo. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yes, Geeta Zad Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. विचक्षणोर्स्वार्हति वेदतो विभो अनन्तपारस्य निवृत्तितः सुखम् प्रवर्तमानस्य गुणेन आत्मना ततो भवान् दर्शय चेष्टितो विभो. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So let's go for the word for word meaning and try to understand what is the meaning of this shloka. So this particular shloka, it tells, okay, if I'll have someone read the translation, then after that I'll explain. Would like to read the translation? Okay.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. Only a very expert personality, retired from the activities of material happiness, deserves to understand this knowledge of spiritual values. Therefore, those who are not so well situated due to material attachment should be shown the ways of transcendental realization by your goodness through descriptions of the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord.
All right. So what is mentioned first? The Supreme Lord is unlimited. The nature of Supreme Lord is mentioned thoroughly here. Yes, the Lord is called as Vibhoho. Vibho means the great, the mighty. That's why we say Almighty. Twice he is called Vibho, not once. Yes. Vichakshano astyarti veditam vibhor. So that's the first line. Then tato bhavan darshaya chestita vibho. Twice. Twice he is called Vibho. Jiva is actually called Anu. Anu means small, tiny. Jiva is called as tiny or small. And Krishna is always called as Vibho or mighty or great. That's why in many Abrahamic religions they call Krishna or God as Almighty. This is the terminology, Almighty. The literal meaning is Vibho. It comes from this Sanskrit word. So that is the position of Lord. The Supreme Lord is unlimited, Almighty. Yes. And who is a person who can understand about this Almighty? Vichakshano. Vichakshana means one who is intelligent, who is expert. Asya arhati veditum. Only such a person who is very expert, such a person arhati, he deserves to know. Veditum means to know. So vichakshano asya arhati veditum vibho. It is only such a person who are very expert personalities. And expert in what? That is very important. Expert in what? Ananta Parasya. So Supreme Lord is called Ananta Parasya. Supreme Lord is unlimited. Nivritah Sukham. Those people who have retired from pursuing material happiness, who have stopped this pursuit of material happiness, such people are called as Vichakshanas. So they are the people who deserve to know Krishna. So till the time one is attached to material pleasures, there is no problem if one is in Grihastha. The problem is attachment to material pleasures, working for material pleasures. Okay, if you're not working for material pleasures, then what are you working for? Then you're working for Krishna's pleasure, Guru's pleasure. Yes, such a person is deserving to understand Krishna. So, pravritta manasya gunair anatmanas. Generally, what are the kinds of people here? Generally, the people here is pravartamanasya gunaihi. Pravartamana means these guys are attached to what? Gunai, the three modes of material nature. They are attached to activities in three modes. Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. That is the people, normally, the population in this material world. Pravrittamanasya gunair anatmanas. Ana atmana. Atmana means they have spiritual values or value for the soul. They are called as atmana. Anatmana is the opposite of such people. That means these people have only material values. They have absolutely no value for the spirit soul. Pravartamanasya gunairu. So the people who are attached to three modes, they are anatmana. Yes. So tato bhavan. So now here Narad Muni is therefore instructing tataha. When the moment this word tataha comes, tataha means therefore. This is a conclusive statement. So tataha bhavan, you darshaya cheshtitam vibhuhu. Please show the way to these blind people. Yes, darshaya. It's like if someone is blind, that person needs help. Okay, please hold my hand. I will help you cross over the road. Please hold my hand. I will take you ahead. Why? Because you are not able to see. Anatmana means those guys who are spiritually blind. So Narad Muni is requesting Vyasdev, please show these people the way. Those who are experts will anyway know the Lord. But generally the people in general are what? Pravartamanasya gunair anatmanaha. This is the quality. So here what is Narad Muni trying to tell in one line? The Acharyas explain this very beautifully. What is Narada telling in one line? Narada is telling, please criticize all other paths. Karma, Dhyana, Yoga, please condemn them and just glorify Krishna. Nothing else. That is what is Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is Krishna's glories. And all other paths are condemned. Please condemn it. Why to condemn? Of course, a devotee shouldn't condemn anything or anyone. That is also path of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that everybody is following my path. Mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. O Parth, all manushas or all human beings are directly or indirectly following my own path. Why to condemn then path of God? You condemn so that they discourage not to do it, because they'll waste their time. In the other hand, bhakti is a proper utilization of time, energy, effort and consciousness. So let them do bhakti. Prabhu, let them do only bhakti. So glorify only Krishna. In the previous verse, also the people were described as itaraha jana. That means these people, they don't have proper discrimination. Itaraha, they are attached to Krishna itara. Something other than Krishna, very interesting. That will get views, that will get likes, that will be shared, people will keep a status, people will like to go. But the moment is something is Krishna, anyway they're not interested. That's how people are. So people are vichakshanas, that means who are opposite of this itara jana. They understand that ultimately the ultimate pleasure is, reservoir of pleasure is Krishna. And because Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, nothing mundane or material can give pleasure. So retire from it. Don't pursue material happiness. They anyway cannot give you pleasure. That's how vichakshanas think. Yeah, and thus what they do, nivrittitaha. They give up material pleasure. They give up the pursuit. It's nothing is there. And what they do, they start applying their mind to serve Anantaparasya. What's the meaning of Anantapara? Anantapara means one who is beyond time and space. Now here, if we are asked who is the president of the country, yes, today the president is such and such a person. Yesterday he was not the president. Tomorrow he will not be the president. So such a person who is president is not beyond time. Yes. And he is not beyond space also. President is president of a company or a country. We cannot say he is president of the whole world. No, you cannot say that. He cannot control everything. So he is president of a limited space. Even Brahmaji is the director of this universe. And Krishna, in order to humble Brahmaji, had invited Brahmas from all universes. And our Brahma was thoroughly bewildered. My God, there are 5 headed Brahmas. He has 1 head more than me. There are 10 headed Brahmas. There are 20 headed Brahmas. There are 100 headed Brahmas, 1000 headed Brahmas, 10,000 headed Brahmas. My God. It's such belittling. I'm feeling so humbled by this. Right? And our Brahmaji was humbled. I'm so small and tiny. Right? So even that is not Anantapara. He is limited to being a controller or director only in this universe. So we are all limited by time and space. And Brahma also can rule only for his 100 years. Next birth, he may not be Brahma. Correct? So that is why this Anantaparasya is very important. Such a beautiful word this is. Lord who is beyond time and space. Such a person will provide the real pleasure, the real bliss. So the moment somebody understands Krishna's position as Anantapara, he will start performing bhakti. That's why this is a very important point. It is only Krishna who is the master beyond time and space. All the tiny puny masters of this world, they are bound by time and space. So it is very important for us to start doing bhakti heartfully, from the heart. Krishna is Anantapara. It is very important. Correct? Yeah. And again, in one sort of instruction that Narad Muni is telling, Tata Bhavan, therefore please glorify Krishna. Why is he saying that? Because he is reminding Vyasdev of the same verse that he wrote in Mahabharata. Yadyad acharati sreshtas tatta devetaro jana sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. This is what Krishna tells about leadership. Whatever the great souls do, the commoners will follow. And Vyasa, you are a great soul. And if you glorify Krishna, everyone will glorify Krishna. So please set that good example. That's what Narad Muni is encouraging Vyasdev. Your example, everybody will follow. So please show the way. Darshayaha. Show the way. Show the path. Tata. Bhavan Darshayaha. For whom? For Anatmana. People who do not know the difference between body and soul. They don't even know the soul. They think the body is only the existence. So such people under three modes, please, please give them bhakti. So if you glorify Krishna, they will all get bhakti. So this verse has another meaning also. Acharya has very wonderfully explained another meaning. Vyasdev says, but if the people do not think of giving up their path, even now if I follow your instruction, Vyasa is telling to Narada, people tell, no, we will not give up our path, but I'll follow your instruction and preach bhakti. But then will they not reject this scripture? They'll say, oh, Bhagavatam means bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. Too much bhakti will not come. Vyasdev had that particular fear in his heart. So Narad says, no, it is not like that. It's not so. In this world, not all people are Buddhus. Vichakshanas are also there. This is another meaning, another way of saying it. There are people who are Vichakshanas, they will pick up the Bhagavatam. Even during the Jatak, the birth of the child, in front of the child they keep many things. They keep some money, they keep some weapons, they keep Srimad Bhagavatam, just to find out the inclination of the child. And the child who goes and picks up Bhagavatam, oh, Hey Krishna, Bhaje se bada chatur, very good, he's a very intelligent child, he's picked up Bhagavatam. Prabhupada went and picked Bhagavatam. Yes, very clearly indicating that he will preach Bhagavatam throughout the world. And he did that. He is the one who has given us Bhaktivedanta purports, without whose mercy we won't be here. Yes, so there will be Vichakshanas, and they know Krishna is Ananta Parasya, and as a result of which, now here the meaning of Pravartamanasya is slightly different. Pravartamanasya means that Anantapara is even Lord today. He is existing even now. Yes. He has Gunair Anatmanaha. He has body without material gunas. So this is another meaning. Another meaning is very clearly saying Vyasdev, Narad Muni is encouraging Vyasdev that at any given point of time, there will be Vichakshanas. They will always exist. And such people will pick up Bhagavatam and they will read. So anytime some devotees, we say, okay, Prabhu, you take class tomorrow. So Prabhu, if nobody comes, what will happen? What if nobody comes? They don't worry. Somebody will come for the class. At least one person will be there. You preach. And Prabhu, if absolutely nobody comes, congratulations. Do your book reading. You read yourself and you only give the class. Yes, so Vichakshanas will always be there. Somebody will pick up the Shastra. Alright, can someone, okay, Raksha Mataji, you can go ahead reading. If you're raising your hand, keep your hands raised, we'll keep giving you a chance to read. Yes, Raksha Mataji, go on.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu, and then what Prabhu. Purport. Theological science is a difficult subject, especially when deals with the transcendental nature of God. It is not a subject matter to be understood by persons who are too much attached to material activities. Only the very expert who have almost retired from materialistic activities by culture of spiritual knowledge can be admired to the study of this great science. In the
Admitted.
Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, thank
Admitted.
you. Hare Krishna.
Go on. Yeah, please read. Raksha Mataji, where are you? I didn't say thank you, I said it's admitted. Where are you? You're gone. Okay, Mini Mataji can continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, yes, go on.
In the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that that out of many hundreds and thousands of men, only one person deserves to enter into the transcendental realization. And out of many thousands of such transcendentally realized persons, only a few can understand the theological science, specifically dealing with God as a person.
Okay, thank you.
No more?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
We can pause here. It requires some explanation. Thank you so much for reading.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is being spoken here? Theological science. Theological science means the science that describes God. The God is called as the person. Even if you, this existence, this word comes from Hebrew. Hebrew, God is called as Jehovah. Later on become Jehovah. It became like that. That means the person. That person. That's called as Jehovah. So that the person. So those word the means God. So from the it comes theological. That means science about Krishna is very difficult to understand. Very difficult. Although Sri Krishna has spoken, who is the best person to speak about that person? The person himself. That's why autobiography is very good. Because person is describing himself. Who is the best person? You want to know something about a person? Go and ask that person. So Krishna himself has spoken about himself. That is called as Bhagavad Gita. But still, it is no. Krishna very clearly says this is not something that can be understood by everyone. So what is the meaning of Manushyanam Sahasreshu? Out of thousands of people, one person will understand spiritual knowledge, which means the difference between body and soul. Even that is also not very easy. What does the Shastra say? The Shastra says, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo. Na Medaya na Bahuna Shrutena. Yam Evaisha Vrinute Tena Labhyas Tasyaisha Atma Vivrunote Tanum Swam. So what is this shloka telling? This shloka says, Nayam Atma Pravachani. Just by hearing some pravachanas, lectures, you cannot understand. Na Medasa. By using your buddhi, you study the Shastras. Bahuna Vachena. You may study many shlokas, still you will not understand. Then when you will understand, Yam Evaisha. And to that person, Vrunutoye Tena Labhyas, he is selected. He is selected by the Lord that I will reveal. Tasyeisha Atma Vivrunote Tanum Swam. And to such a soul, everything is revealed. So the knowledge, spiritual knowledge is revealed. But even if somebody has understood the transcendental knowledge, still, out of such 1,000 people who understand transcendental knowledge, one can understand about Krishna. And anybody who understands Krishna is going back to Godhead. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva devam punarjanma neti mameti sorjam. That person is going back to Godhead. So that is why the most, we can say, beautiful reality of the Shastras is God is a wonderful person. Yes, God is a person. That's one reality. That's an amazing revelation from the scriptures. We just realize this one thing, God is a person. Our life becomes very meaningful. We start treating deities as person because God is a person. When we are talking to somebody over the phone, you know the person we are talking to is a person. So we'll take our chanting of Hare Krishna's japa very seriously. We are talking to a person. When we are coming in contact with Srimad Bhagavatam, we are talking to a person. And each and every thought, word and deed we do, there is one person always with us, the Paramatma. We are living with a person. That makes our life very meaningful. Right? But to realize this, it's not. Meenu Mataji, you can go on and continue this particular section. You complete this paragraph, then we'll have Sachidanand Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah. From Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhuji? Yeah.
Sri Vyasdev, I marked this section.
Okay. Sri Vyasdev is therefore advised by Narada to describe the science of God directly by relating his transcendental activities. Vyasdeva is himself a personality expert in this science and he is unattached to the material enjoyment. Therefore, he is the right person to describe it, and Shukdeva Goswami, the son of Vyasdeva, is the right person to receive it.
Yes, Haribol. What is being spoken here? It's spoken here that now Vyasdev, he received order from his guru that you directly write about Krishna. And Vyasdev's expertise, what is the meaning of Vyas? Vyas is one who expands the glory of Krishna. He is called as Vyas. That is why a preacher who is sitting on the Vyasasan, such a person is expected to represent Vyas. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. Namo Vai Brahma Nidaye Vashishtaya Namo Namaha. So Vyasa is who? He is a literary Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya. He is a literary incarnation of Vishnu. And such a person knows. He knows, he's expert in glorifying Krishna, expanding glories of Krishna. And most Vichakshana, the best Vichakshana is Vyasdev because he is retired from material life. Although he is a Gruhastha, he is retired from material life. He is dedicated to write scriptures. So he is the right person. So Narad Muni is saying, you are the right person to write about Krishna. Yes, and Shukadev Goswami is the right person to receive it. He is also another Vichakshana. And who is instructing Narad Muni is another Vichakshana. He is also retired. All three are great souls. So Narad Muni is instructing, Vyasdev is writing, Shukadev Goswami will preach it. 1, 2, 3, all three Vichakshanas. The right people. The right people to describe Krishna. Okay. Sachidanand Prabhu, can you start reading from Srimad Bhagavatam?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost theological science, and therefore it can react on the layman as medicinal dosage, because it contains the transcendental activities of the Lord. There is no difference between the Lord and the literature. The literature is the factual literary incarnation of the Lord, so the layman can hear the narration of the activities of the Lord. Thereby they are able to associate with the Lord and thus gradually become purified from material diseases. The expert devotees also can discover novel ways and means to convert the non-devotees in terms of particular time and circumstance. Devotional service is the dynamic activity, and the expert devotees can find out competent means to inject it into the dull brains of the materialistic population. Such transcendental activities of the devotees for the service of the Lord can bring a new order of life to the foolish society of materialistic men. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his subsequent followers exhibited expert dexterity in this connection. By following the same method, one can bring the materialistic men of the age of peril into order for peaceful life and transcendental realization. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. This section is very important. See, whenever Prabhupada he speaks, he writes, we have to understand that Shastric study, whenever we go for, how many of you are anyway heard these names called Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, the Shastric study courses? Yeah? Any of you know? There are 12 aims of Shastric study. Yes, there are 12 aims of it. There is knowledge, understanding, realization. These are 3 aims. We categorize. Then there is personal application, theological application, preaching application. If you look at Prabhupada, like this, there are many academic integrity. We have many aims of Shastric study like this. Others are also there. So what I wanted to say is Prabhupada will never let any particular purport be without preaching application. So what is Prabhupada defining Vichakshana as? Acharyas describe Vichakshana as experts who can understand Krishna and who will appreciate Bhagavatam. But Prabhupada is telling Vichakshana are those expert devotees who will find some way or other how these dull people who are completely stooped in matter. Yes, they are under 3 modes and they are anatmanaha. They are dead. They are actually spiritually dead. How to make these spiritually dead people active? You know the kala of Sanjeevani, Mrita Sanjeevani? Shukracharya has that particular kala, Mrita Sanjeevani. Somebody who dies, he'll revive that. Even in Mahavatar Narsim movie, you can see Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha was killing the demons, and he was using his Mrita Sanjeevani to, resurrect them, get them back to life. He had that particular skill. So now devotees have to do this Mrita Sanjeevani. Their society is spiritually dead. But how to make them Krishna conscious? Inject Krishna consciousness in such a way that spiritually dullards, they also become Vichakshana. They become pure devotees of Krishna. That is the expertise of an expert devotee. That is Vichakshana. So, for example, after 2 days, what is there after 2 days? Tomorrow is Ekadashi. And day after tomorrow is Dwadashi. What is this? It is 31st December. Day after tomorrow is 31st of December. And what is 31st of December? Yes, Dwadashi. Actually, it is Dwadashi. Okay, please. Prabhuji, Ekadashi on 31st, right? You are all right. In India, you are right. For us, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ekadashi, 30th. We are 1 day advanced. North America is 1 day advanced than India. So 31st is New Year's Eve. But is it New Year? New Year is called Yuga Adi, Ugadi, Gudi Padwa. That is New Year. But even Deepavali is a New Year. It's autumnal New Year. I was giving this class yesterday. And if you see, even there is Vishukani, the Malayalis, they celebrate New Year. So these are all different New Years. But meaning of New Year is new beginning. So although January 1st, 2026 is not the New Year, because Yugadi means the day when Brahmaji created this universe. Yuga Adi. He started, that is why we have the concept of year. That is when the year started. Nutana Samvatsaralu, they say in Telugu. It's a new year. So we need to understand that although it's 1st of January is a new year, but still we want to encourage people, come on, have this new beginning. Because whenever there's new beginning, it's new year. So devotees who are Vichakshanas, they know anyway what these people will do, dull people. The dull materialistic people are going to open bottles and drink liquor, and that's how they will celebrate New Year's Eve. So now these people need to get, instead of the liquor rasa, let them get bhakti rasa. So many of the temples, they have Kirtan party. Please come and join us. Start your new year, so-called new year, with the Lord. Make your new beginning with the Lord. And thus, devotees are presenting dramas, they are having kirtans, they have special prasadam, attractive prasadam, so that people come and they make a new beginning with the Lord. This is Vichakshana. Innovative ways. Other day with the devotees of Winnipeg, we were watching the movie on Srila Prabhupada. The mantra, the movement, and the Swami who started it all, the Hare Krishna movie. So there the devotees were mentioning that how they really wanted to serve Prabhupada. So what they did, the biggest thing at that particular time in the mid and the late 60s was Beatles. So these devotees were being sent to UK where George Harrison was there. And they all went and met George Harrison. And George Harrison was already listening to the devotees album. He was loving the kirtans. So he said, let's make an album, and then he made Hare Krishna, this particular household. It's a household name then. He made it just spread all over. Everybody was chanting Hare Krishna. So this is called as Vichakshanas. These are the Vichakshanas, the expert devotees. They know how to inject. So everyone started singing. Even today, the song My Sweet Lord is so very famous and popular. People love to sing it. We were having a meditation party with a group of locals and Westerners. So I just mentioned this song. They said, yeah, we know, and it's because of this song they know the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna. The chorus goes like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So he has sung, who is the My Sweet Lord? My Sweet Lord is Krishna. He has sung this song for Krishna. George Harrison, in fact, starts his performance with Hare Krishna. He starts Hare Krishna, saying Hare Krishna, he starts the performance. And he offers his song to Prabhupada also. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, he says. So he's offered this to Prabhupada and he's offered this to Krishna. And it's even today it's one of the hit songs. You hear it, your hairs will stand on end. So this is expertise. How to expertly give Krishna to others. And everyone has to do research on this. With time, place and circumstances, give Krishna to others. I would like to pause here and invite questions and reflections from devotees. You could have kept the name of this forum as Bhagavatam class. No, we call daily divine discussions, DDD. So we will find they are intrigued. What is this DDD, daily divine discussion? We want to know. Yeah. So this is an innovative way of attracting people to come to Bhagavatam class. Right? Anybody has any questions or reflections or thoughts? Yes. Har Grace Nanda Mohini Mataji. Go.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Beautiful class, Prabhu, as usual. Prabhu, a question is, like, as devotees, we understand the power of Krishna consciousness. How not to judge others? Like, we totally understand. We read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Everywhere it's said not everybody will take it. But as devotee, we are so eager to give it. So how to take that pause when you're like, okay, things are not working. How to apply brakes?
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is a very valid question, and especially coming from a spirited devotee like you, who has so much of compassion and want to see everybody Krishna conscious in 1 second. That's her enthusiasm. She wants everybody to be a pure devotee now. No, thank you so much for this question. So you spoke about judgment, and second you spoke about how to keep up the enthusiasm. Yeah. Let's see what Prabhupada did. Now Prabhupada is going to a new place, new culture, new land, everything new. These guys have no clue what's Krishna. And now Prabhupada has to increase the fame. Krishna is all famous. But Prabhupada has to give these people, dull people, Krishna. And all the approach that Prabhupada took was just simply add Krishna little by little in their life. When we try to give them a huge watermelon, people will get scared. But then you cut the watermelon into small, small pieces. And with those pieces you keep giving, you can eat the entire watermelon in one go. When you look at it big, yeah, it looks very, Krishna consciousness looks like that, very lofty. But then when it's broken down, that's the expertise of a devotee. Break it down, make it into pieces, then you can even eat 2 watermelons, however big they are. And that's what we need to take an approach. Keep adding Krishna little by little in people's life. And little Krishna added, we have to understand the power. How old was Krishna when he met Putana? He was 6 days old. Even a little Krishna can defeat a very big Putana. We should have this faith. So we have to keep giving that little Krishna. One may say, Prabhu, but is that working? How do we understand this is working or not? We have to understand another thing, that Krishna follows the principle of a time bomb. Yes, if bomb is planted, it is going to explode at its time. So Krishna knows when to explode, but the bomb is planted. So let's be happy about it. We have planted the bombs. Someday it's going to blast. Right? Someday it will blast.
You're sounding like we become terrorist.
Well, we're not terrorists as such. No. Terrorists terrorize. We are. Let's have we're transcendentalists, not terrorists, or transcendental terrorists. Let's burst the anarthas. Let's terror the anarthas. Let's terrorize Maya. Thank you. Yes, Hagis Dayami Radha Prabhu.
Prabhuji, is it okay if I ask you a question from one of your older classes, or do you want to just focus on today's topic?
Go ahead. Please go.
Okay. So one of your older classes, it was 1.5.11. In the class, you mentioned that part of Sri Dharma is where women take care of their bodies. Males have a lesser need to take care of their appearance. However, in today's society, something that I'm noticing is that there are many men interested in dressing up. They're very attached to their body, whether they're wearing makeup, dramatic clothing. This is due to the current pride movement, liberal mindset. You also mentioned that bodily sense gratification is condemned in Shastras. So how can females or even males with bodily attachments dovetail this instinct towards Krishna consciousness? Because it's very challenging for us to separate this thinking from ourselves, that we're associated with our bodily nature. It's not very easy to differentiate ourselves. I know that you said to focus on Deha Dharma, keeping the body and soul together. That's our main focus. But if we're not self-realized and not connected to our soul yet, what can we do to gradually move away from this consciousness of being attached to our body?
The Shastras mention the expert way of getting beyond bodily concept of life is to engage it in Krishna's service. Although we may, okay, I am the body, I think I'm the body. All right, this body belongs to Krishna. Let's start with that. Connect the sambandha. This body belongs to Guru, this body belongs to Krishna, and thus it has to be engaged in Guru's and Krishna's service. Start engaging it, use it. Aho kashtam, aho anyayam, aho kashtam, aho dainyam, parakai shana bhangure, yannopa kuryad aswartir martyasvagnata vigrahi. Even the way to become detached from the body is mentioned in 6.10.10 in Bhagavatam. Dadich Muni speaks this to the demigods, where he says that anyway this mortal body is going to be a lump of flesh eaten by dogs and jackals in the future. Let's engage it for paropakar, serving others. And the best, highest point of paropakar we can do is Krishna consciousness. Right? So the moment you start engaging the body in service for others, you start detaching from body. But if you engage the body in service of Guru and Krishna, then you realize your true nature also. That's a practical step we take. So no matter how attached we are to the body, start engaging it. Okay. Yes, Mother Shalini, please go ahead.
Prabhuji, I have a very basic, and please pardon me, it could be a stupid question as well. But I've heard this Jan Karamchame Divyam Yomeveti Tatvata verse, and from Prabhupada as well, and they say it's very hard. I mean, whoever understands this concept will go back to Godhead. Krishna is saying.
Yes. Yes.
But I don't understand what is so hard in this to understand. We know He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We know He's transcendental. Is there anything, something, I know I'm missing something very basic there. So, what is that complicated aspect that I'm overlooking?
Bhakti is simple for the simple. There's nothing complicated. It is simple for the simple. The complication comes when the person is not a Tattvadarshi. You're hearing from stray sources. That should be stopped. Number two, when we hear from the bona fide sources, we need to have submissive hearing. And when that submissive hearing happens, the moment the truth is established in the heart, we definitely are good. So we have to understand Guru is here to present Krishna to us. So you have to take it, Tattvadarshina. So this particular become, and when a disciple hears from the Guru, that's called Shravana Dasha. Then there are 5-6 more stages after that. We discussed it last time also. There is Varana Dasha, there is Smarana Avastha. Yes? So like this, there are many dasha. And then finally there is Sampatti Dasha when one realizes. So the beginning is here. Because you hear attentively and submissively, the other processes are going to follow automatically. So this is why it is difficult, because of our own complicated ego. That's the problem. So we are complicated. So we have to become simple to digest this simple truth. Yes. And there's so much to learn about Krishna. We shouldn't say we are, and the third catch is somebody thinking, I know of Krishna already. It's finished. Even after knowing Krishna, one should always think, I know nothing of Krishna. We have this humility, then Krishna reveals himself. Okay? That's the catch. Hare Krishna. Okay, we have to start the Gita class, but Raksha Mataji will start. But your question I'll answer in Hindi. If that's okay, because Hindi devotees are here.
Yeah, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So my question is very quick. So even though we read so much, we hear from the lectures, all those principles we know, but still it is sometimes it is very difficult to apply it in the life. So in our day-to-day activities, and even sometimes we chant very nicely, we chant extra rounded, and some day it is like very difficult to complete even the 16 round. So why this is like that?
Yeah. When we hear We know, but the application becomes different because we already have a plan in mind and we are attached to our plan. You're able to, it's making sense? So one definition of ahankara is we are attached to our own plan, and it's difficult for us to give up our plan and surrender to Lord's plan. Number one. And when we come into conflict, we come to conflict when we want to do both. No, I will do Lord's plan and this plan also. I'll do both. Because our attachment to our plan is very high class. So that's what is the challenge. The challenge is getting detached from our plan, because Arjuna was, what is whole? Arjuna had a plan. I'm going to retire from this war and I don't have to fight this. I will just go and, take sannyas. He had his plan. But glory of Arjuna is he forsake his plan and said Karishye Vachanam Tava. That move, this Arjuna expressed his plan in first chapter. And 18th chapter he says Karishye Vachanam Tava. So that journey over this 18 chapters may take lifetimes for us. But we have to remain progressive. At least start accepting Lord's plan, start executing Lord's plan. And slowly we are going to get detached from our own plan. So you have to make a beginning. Okay. Okay, alright. Birthdays. True birthdays. True birthdays are the tithi. As well, tithi.